Hello, my name is George Hunt. I produce educational videotapes about the world order. I focus on the craven, immoral banking elite of Europe and America because they are the key figures of why there is so much evil in society and this world of ours. Today, my presentation has to do with the Arab revolutions and how the Rothschilds are tied in with it. The book of Revelation is very specific when it warns us about the members of the synagogue of Satan. The words synagogue and Satan suggest that they are Jewish and they worship Satan. They certainly are as smooth as Satan. They love themselves and they love money. Fortunately, most Jews are not like them. But there are enough of these lies to destroy society. They drive our money systems of the Western Hemisphere, while the Oriental banking elite drive the Eastern Hemisphere. Someday it will be the pound and the yuan. In the early 1800s, the mother of the 5 Rothschild sons heard news of another European war. She exclaimed, "It must be my 5 sons again." A parallel Jewish joke is, "Baron Rothschild, I'm so sorry to hear about the new war." And Rothschild's response is, "Shut up, you fool, it's not till next week." I am an ultra-conservative Jew that believes that Jesus Christ is Lord. I love God and I try to respect people everywhere, even the Rothschilds. A Marano is a Jew who poses as a Christian but is not. The Rockefellers, Rothschild's cousins, are part of the Marano class. Their father is the devil. They worship him in their special New York City synagogue. The Rothschilds established Israel through blackmail and extortion in 1917. In return for Israel as a territory, Rothschild promised that the Yanks would help England to keep the Germans from winning the war. And they were winning the war. They were ready to starve the cowardly English into submission. Do you notice that, how England really doesn't fight the wars? They just kind of mumble along and stay at the edges. I don't have much respect for England's rulers. I think they're in it with the Rothschilds. That was just an aside. President Wilson brought the American Expeditionary Force into Europe to save England from starvation by the Germans. The evil side of the Roman Church has cooperated with the Rothschild devils too, since Herod and Pilate arranged the crucifixion of God's Son, Jesus Christ. It's written in the scriptures, and they became friends ever since. That is, Rothschild and the Pope. God's Roman banker, Ettore Gatti Tedeschi, is the present director of the Vatican Bank. The Vatican Bank does illegal money deals of vast proportions with Banco Ambrosiano and other banks, as evidenced by their 1982 and 2009 billion-dollar money laundering schemes that were revealed. Look at them in the internet. Banco Ambrosiano 1982. You'll see the whole story, and you'll see the Vatican Bank is right in the middle of it. Ettore Gatti Tedeschi Vatican Bank is also the chairman of the board of Banco Ambrosiano. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, the key Bolshevik talking head for Rothschild, commented once that the New World Order will be like a boot kicking you in the face every day. The Facebook psychopaths will see to that. As you know from my earlier Facebook presentations at thebigbadbank.com, they're up to a bunch of evil in Facebook. I will go to Algeria, Libya, Tunisia, and other African countries in the next few weeks to see if I can learn how Rothschild cooks up revolutions. I'll go to the people and find out. My guess is right now that Rothschild wants to restore the old Ottoman Empire for himself. I want to learn firsthand, if I can, how a Rothschild revolution works. I believe Mubarak is a puppet of the New World Order, and the Rothschild team is actually in control of the supposed revolutions that are occurring in North Africa. Just as the Bolsheviks The Reds, as in Rothschild, uprooted the Tsar and put Stalin into power. The African nations may suffer a similar fate. While I am gone, each of you who have viewed this presentation and have found this and my videotapes at thebigbadbank.com to be useful for social networking groups that you know, please share this knowledge that I have garnered since 1987 with your friends. In 1987, I was threatened by David Rockefeller that if I didn't keep my mouth shut about the secret Rothschild-Rockefeller meeting that I had penetrated, that I would regret it if I opened my mouth. My videotaped recording of their meetings rocketed through the underground conspiracy network. A year later, I was threatened with a lawsuit by the producer of the Fourth World Wilderness Congress for $500,000 for libel and slander against the World Conservation Bank president, Michael Sweetman. My site contains the actual videotape I produced in 1988, which ticked them off. My retort to their phone call was, okay, I'd be glad to be sued. Then I can tell a judge and 6 jury members exactly what you are up to. I was surprised at my courage, and I have never heard a peep from them again. The leaders are fearful, paranoid lice. They don't want you to know what's going on. That kind of paranoia, you know. Judging by their acts and their arrogance, they have to be connected to Satan. Lucifer, the fallen angel. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to pass my sites on to others. Sincerely, George W. Hunt.